Welcome to Wisdom Teachings with Dr. Amanda Love. Today's topic, dynamic aliveness. Dynamic aliveness. There is a field of intelligent is-ness from which all movement, forms, and expressions arise. This field of intelligence is self-organizing, unified, and complete. There is nothing that exists that is outside of this field. It is existence itself. Some might call this consciousness or awareness, that which is all-knowing, all-pervasive, and inherent inside of and as every seemingly distinct movement or expression. There is nothing separate from it. You and I and everyone in between is this. Whether you are human, tree, animal, mountain, extraterrestrial, angel, interdimensional being, or any of the infinite myriad of forms that exist, you are this one intelligent source that pervades, gives birth, and creates everything that can and is experienced. This field of consciousness is the orchestrator of this entire infinite cosmic creation. It is the aliveness that animates, invigorates, and gives rise to every form. Each form has its own mode of receiving, transmitting, utilizing, and being utilized by consciousness. Every form that has some type of nervous system can interact with consciousness. The more sophisticated the nervous system, the more capacity the form has to actively participate with this intelligence source. Consciousness is light. Like the rays of the sun, it brightens and illuminates. It is awake and aware. The brighter the light, the more energy contained in its stream. With a larger density of energy comes more coherency. Coherency means greater intelligibility or clarity. Coherency coheres, meaning it is one. The more coherent the light, the more it is in the expression of its oneness. The human body has a nervous system with a particular degree of complexity that allows us to actively interact with consciousness through the form of our body. This is why we can be self-aware and why we can take deliberate actions on, through, and with our body. Though it may seem that the body is the mover, it is in fact consciousness that is the mover. Consciousness moves the body. The body doesn't move the body. The body without consciousness is inert. It does not move by itself. The degree of complexity of the nervous system of the body, in which awareness inhabits, will determine the expression of that body and how much light or consciousness can move through that form. This means your experience of life in your body is relative to that which the form you find yourself in now can receive and transmit the light of consciousness. Now, consciousness is much bigger than the body you find yourself in now. Your awareness and/or awareness itself is not limited to the physical body. In fact, you have multiple bodies that are bigger and beyond your physical one. Each of those bodies have their own nervous systems, located in the subtle or etheric planes of your existence. Those bodies also utilize consciousness in different ways than your physical body does. While the physical body utilizes light to organize how the organs, glands, muscles, and elements of your physical form function and move, your less physicalized bodies receive and transmit different information. Some use light to organize your emotions, others to organize your thoughts, and still others to organize your soul. Levels of nervous systems all organizing themselves so that you can have the experience you are having right now in this moment as a human being on planet Earth. The physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual nervous systems all have plasticity. This means that new pathways and connections can be formed inside of them that allow for different expressions to manifest and experiences to be had. This is essentially what learning is. As we learn at any level of our being, we make different connections and pathways. This is an infinite process. Learning and creating is endless in this cosmic soup of unbound, limitless consciousness. In the physicalized human focus, the nervous system of our soul may be our least illuminated one. The body, where we are not as awake and able to receive, transmit, and utilize consciousness. This is why we generally feel disconnected from ourselves and each other. The nervous system of the soul is the body where we can receive and perceive interconnectedness. It is where telepathy and beyond our ordinary sensory perception resides. It is the body of the heart which feels, knows, and can see itself from multiple perspectives of itself. The nervous system of the soul allows for the most coherent light to come through it. All of our bodies work together. They inform one another. Our physical body responds to our emotional, mental, and spiritual bodies. Nothing works in isolation because at their source, they are one in the same source. Consciousness simply expresses itself in different ways based on the nervous system it has to express through. People who consider themselves to be on a spiritual path have the impulse of desire alive in them to wake up more of their soul body. This is what it is to come from and live from the heart, to experience your spiritualness while in a human body, for the heart to lead the show of this human life, inclusive of all of our bodies, for that more coherent stream of consciousness to light up one's experience of existing. Here is where it becomes more evident that the mover, the orchestrator, is not the personality or the body you. Instead, where the mover is that intelligent, self-organizing source of all. Life becomes more effortless. You stop trying to be the doer. Your identity becomes more and more merged with and as that one source. As that source, all of your bodies respond in accordance. This is the awakening of the slumber, of the disassociation of ourselves from ourselves, and the remembrance of what we've always been.